Hey, one more thing before you go. What's the best way to spend Wednesday night? How about with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon?
And Billy Crudup and Mark Duplas,
I
among others.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, among many others,
Yeah,
many others.
yes, absolutely. Welcome to One More Thing Before You Go over the Teacup Sunday. I'm your host, Michael, and I'm here with my lovely wife and co host, Diane.
Hello, we're back.
We're back. In this episode, we're going to share our review of one of our favorite shows on Apple Plus, the critically acclaimed series, The Morning Show, starring and executive produced by Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. Are you excited?
Yes, I am so glad it's finally back.
It took
So
forever
yes, we literally had to watch what the last episode or two of the second season just to
to catch
just
up. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people are doing that now where, and it's going to get worse because of the writer strike and everything, which we support the writer strike and the Screen Actors Guild strike, but it's just going to get worse with the delay in regard to, wow, we forgot everything that happened in season two. Well, not
it,
everything.
it literally did. We were thinking each of us knew what was going on. Neither of us did.
It was crazy. But hey, stay tuned. We'll be right back. And yeah, this is going to be kind of fun. Welcome back, Diane.
Thanks. Yay.
I mean, it's like we never left. We live in the same house, maybe, kind of, sort of, right?
Yeah.
The morning show. We love the morning show. We've loved it since it began. I mean, I've been watching, and it kind of reminded me of several different morning shows, but which I think is a combination of all three different of the morning shows.
You mean the
But
news morning shows.
yeah, we should clarify the news morning
Yeah.
shows like
Yeah.
GMA and the Today
Right.
Show and I think it's a little mixture of that and I don't know which one. What's on CBS? Is that the Today Show?
No, the Today Show's on NBC.
NBC.
Good Morning America's on ABC. And then
So,
CBS is
something else.
uh, CBS show. I think it's just called the CBS Morning Show.
CBS Morning Show. So yeah, I think it's a combination of all three. I mean, it's not really to life with those, but it is basically similar to all that. It's all behind the scenes stuff, all the misconduct that may exist, the
Probably,
shenanigans,
yes, but probably very dramatized.
very dramatized.
We,
It
we
is.
don't know. We really don't know what's happening in the real ones.
Well, we
But
did for a short period of time because there was some things that went on with two major networks that kind of emulate a little bit what happened in the morning show. So
yeah.
I think that they've taken some guide from a couple of incidents that did take place.
Well, season one for sure. I think season one really uh emulated sort of what happened with Matt Lauer and the Today Show and all of that many years ago.
And obviously this is just our opinion. It's not
Yeah.
we're not stating
Just
fact. This is just our opinion. After all, this is a review, right? And we're allowed to give our opinions for the review.
just our opinion.
Just our opinion. Well, let's tell everybody a little bit about it.
Mhm.
The show premiered on Wednesday, September 13th on Apple TV. The morning show takes viewers behind the scenes of America's morning news programs, exploring the lives of the people who help the nation wake up every day. The series delves into the unique challenges faced by the team as they navigate the fast paced world of morning television. The highly anticipated third season of The Morning Show brings back a star studded ensemble cast, including Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and the season also introduces new stars John Hamm, which we're excited about,
Yeah.
and Nicole Beharie,
Bahari.
Beharie, along
Bahari.
with returning fan favorites Juliana Margulies. I think that we have really enjoyed the new people that have come on. I think they've added a nice little, and, we'll talk about this here in a second. But when I was doing my research, when we start talking about John Hamm's character, I think we're not the only ones that thought what we thought
Okay, well, I figured we wouldn't be the only ones,
with
right?
regard to that. Yeah, we weren't the only ones.
And
So,
it's I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious to most people what his character is kind of, or who his character may be based on.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Not
you kind of get to, if you don't get it, then you're asleep.
Yeah,
We'll just leave it that way. If you don't get it, you're asleep.
yeah.
But this season, the season 3, which we've been waiting for, like I say, we ended up having to watch a little bit of. Let me preface it with this. I shouldn't start there. If you have not watched the morning show, it is on Apple Plus, so you do have to have a subscription in order to do it. But Apple Plus, really, I think it was, for the longest time, it was only $5.99. It just went up to $7, I think.
So worth it.
But so worth it. I mean, and we got a lot of other shows on here too. I mean, we
Oh,
watch
yeah.
and we've reviewed some like the Shrinking with.
Mhm.
Uh, are you kidding me?
Jason Segel.
Thank you. I always forget his name. And I don't know why, because he's one of my favorite comedic actors.
Segel.
In
Uh, oh, really?
a your turn.
Really? Indiana.
Indiana Jones.
Oh my God. Help me. What? Oh, Harrison Ford. Oh, that one hurt.
I was going to let you figure that. Yeah, it's kind of yeah, but so there's a lot of other things on Apple Plus that you get to see. But if you haven't watched season 1 and season 2 first, if you're just getting involved in this, I think we would highly recommend that you watch season 1 and season 2 before
You,
embarking on season 3, because if you don't,
it's not going to
it won't make any sense. Yeah, you're
make
lost. So,
each season, each episode is like a. I mean, so much stuff happens, and it's
yeah.
so fast. You have to go from the beginning.
And this season 3 is an exciting one. It returns with 10 episodes. The first 2 episodes premiered on Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. So you're really not that far behind on season 3. It's followed by new episodes every Wednesday through November 8th, 2023, which I say, better way to spend Wednesday night. Here's a list of the cast that you can see up there in front of you. But for those of you that don't know, Jennifer Aniston is Alex Levy. Alexander, they call her, but everybody on the show calls her Alex. Reese Witherspoon is Bradley Jackson. Billy Crudup is Corey Ellison. Mark Duplas is Charlie Black. Nestor Carboni is known as Yanko Flores. Karen Pittman is Mia Jordan. I mean, the cast goes on and on and on and on. Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon are two of Hollywood's most talented and beloved actresses. I think they both have magnificent contributions to the entertainment industry.
If not not two of the most bankable actresses.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, they're Jennifer Aniston coming out of well, we all know her from Friends, and you would all know her from Friends. But I think she's one of the only stars that came out of Friends that actually made such a career in the industry, a very
Yeah,
significant career in the industry.
I mean, all of the other ones went on to other things, but I think she's probably done the most. She's been the most. What's the word?
Consistent.
And thank you. She's been the most consistent over all of these
Yeah.
years. Like, so, I don't know what the others are great too. I don't, anyway,
Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
don't,
the other ones are Friends. I mean, that's a whole nother deal because we've been watching old episodes of Friends, and we're Friends fans forever and a day. And our youngest daughter can recite just about every word from every episode that's out
yeah.
there from every character.
And
But
I found out we forgot a lot. It's almost like we're watching it brand new.
all over again.
Yeah.
But she played Rachel Green, an iconic character in Friends, of course. And believe it or not, that's where she met Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. Reese played her little sister.
Yeah, played her little sister in there. And
Mhm.
it's interesting because they stayed friends past that. Friends. All right, sorry, I had to laugh at that. It's almost like a dad joke, right? Uh, Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston stayed friends from Friends, but Reese Witherspoon is known for captivating performances in such films as Legally Blonde. Everybody knows that. Walk the Line and Wild. She's received several accolades, including the Academy Award for her role as June Carter Cash in Walk the Line. Reese Witherspoon also is a successful producer of her own, using her platform to champion stories that empower women. Both Aniston and Witherspoon have been friends, like I said, for many, many, many years. Um, I like that fact that they collaborated. Let me try that without
That's under.
sounding intoxicated. I like that they collaborated on various projects. Other than this, actually gaining credibility with both of their own production companies, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, they are very talented women.
They are. They are. Now let's talk a little bit about the morning show
Yes.
because it's like remarkable. As we said earlier, it's kind of season one. As you said a little bit ago, I think season one is something that emulated some of the stuff that was going on within the industry, and at the same time that it came out, I think the Me Too movement was kind of going on a little bit as well.
Yes. Yeah.
CBS
They
got nailed, you know.
correlated together. No, NBC. He was on NBC, honey.
No, but CBS also got
Oh, yeah, yeah. There was stuff going on at CBS too.
yeah, CBS and NBC both. There was a lot of stuff going on in there, especially with sexual harassment and the use of power um, to take advantage of situations. I think, and that was through both CBS and NBC.
Yeah.
And obviously, those people that were involved in that lost their careers, and I don't
Mm.
believe have even rebounded from that.
You never hear about them, so
Yeah, I don't think that they did actually. Um, so coming into season 3, they introduced a new. Of course, we're going to give some spoilers away here, but we've only watched the first 3 episodes ourselves. So what we're giving you is stuff just from the first 3 episodes. If
yeah.
you haven't watched it yet and you don't want any spoilers, you should turn this off and then be sure to come back after you have a chance to watch the first 3 episodes.
And because the fourth episode is this Wednesday.
Yes, and you should do it right very quickly. So they introduced John Hamm, and John Hamm is kind of a ruthless character that kind of wants to take over the network in itself. Kind of a
He's
step in,
brilliant.
and he's a billionaire, and he wants everything, and he thinks that what he knows is everything is right, and what I know is best, and he reminds me. I'm going to say it out loud.
Are you?
Reminds me. Yeah, I kind of. It'd
Or we
probably
could just say
be.
we could say the initials.
Well, actually, it has said it, and I'm not the only one that thinks that. You're not the only one that thinks that. There are some reviewers that actually have come out and said he's kind of an Elon Musk type character, where he comes in, thinks, I'm a billionaire. I can do what I want. I can buy what I want. I can, they even have him go into space in something that looks similar to the rocket that took Elon Musk and the people that.
That was Jeff Bezos.
Well, they both of them are kind of similar. Both of their
Yeah.
rockets are kind of similar.
I think that was kind of they. I think that was meant to kind of mix both of
Yeah,
them.
it's a little bit of both because it either way it looks like a big male genitalia. That's a nice way of saying it.
It,
Yeah, so they bring him in, and I think that, and they brought, and I mentioned her name earlier. They also brought in,
Nicole Beharie.
and I think that they're outstanding members of the cast. They really made a contribution to it. And reality, John Hamm is John Hamm.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
he can do anything.
He can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when
And
we did
I
we did the review of
Good Omens.
thank you. We did the
Yes.
review of Good Omens,
Hmm.
and even in the review of Good Omens, John Hamm was guest starring in that, and we got to see naked John Hamm from the backside. For
Backside.
everybody that's just wondering, it's just from the backside. But he's still an older gentleman, and he still
Mhm.
got it.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Kind of,
Not
sort
gonna,
of,
yeah.
kind of, sort of,
And
kind of, sort of.
I, the Christine character that they brought, Nicole is the actress, and I just like the character from the first minute. Like, I was just like, wow, she's really good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was like, who is that? It was really great. I was really glad they brought her in.
Well, and without giving too much away, obviously they bring her in for a reason, and
Yes, they,
something which is unfortunate. The last couple of episodes, Reese Witherspoon has been not as present in
yeah.
them, or very little,
Did
which
we
we're not.
miss? Did they say something like Bradley was off somewhere and we missed it? Feel
Not that I heard.
I
Um,
didn't hear any of that.
yeah, so I'm not
So that,
exactly sure. I know that what you find out in season 3, you find out some issues that have come up, and she kind of withdraws a little bit, and I think that was kind of setting that up.
yeah,
Basically, the future of the network's thrown into question, and loyalties are pushed to the brink with when a tech titan, John Hamm, um, takes on an interest in UBA. UBA is the network, the news network in itself. Unexpected alliances form, private truths are weaponized, and everyone is forced to confront their core values both in and out of the newsroom. And it's interesting because the fact that there's a bunch of stuff that gets leaked, which creates an extra drama within the network environment, and that's where it kind of emulates a little bit of what was going on in a couple of the other networks, because there were things that did get leaked in CBS and NBC during the times that they were doing all that. There were memos that were released, there were pay grades that were released, there was money paid that was released, and things like that. And that's kind of what's going on a little bit here. So it adds a little bit of extra intrigue, because we're not exactly sure who leaked it,
right.
but
Mhm.
we have kind of an idea, maybe, who may have been involved. It's a little bit of intrigue, and you see some conspiracies that are kind of plotting themselves and unfolding. And
Yep.
you also, like I just said, you see some alliances coming together as well, and who's going to come out on top and who's going to get booted.
Right.
And I think, I mean, correct me if you don't agree with this, but I think it kind of shows that, um, whether it be a newsroom, but especially in the newsroom, because you're fighting for ratings, you're fighting for an audience, and you're fighting for those ratings, that, people aren't as nice as they might appear on screen.
Well, and I think that's in any industry. I think that unfortunately there's politics everywhere, and I don't mean politics as in Democrat, Republican, Independent, no,
Well,
but
it's
just
internal politics.
the internal politics of any office, really, office, building, industry, occupation. I mean, you dealt with that
Look with
at
the
the Blue.
United, yeah, and look with the United Auto Workers. The
Mhm.
CEO, the new CEO, came out and was talking about how they're doing their best to be equal and this and that, and the newscaster brought up the fact that she just got a raise to $30 million a year, and she doesn't
Yeah,
want to increase their wages at all. But she's trying to say, "Oh, we're trying to include and keep diversity, and we're trying to do inclusion." And she said, "But you just got a raise for $30 million a year. How can you justify making $30 million a year?" And she really didn't have an answer,
of course not.
kind of a
No,
thing. So, I think within that they found out that the newscaster, whoever it happened to be, found out that this had transpired, and that she got a raise from like 20 or 25 million up to 30 million, and that's like ridiculous amount of money for somebody to make,
it's insane.
especially when you
I
don't want to pay the people underneath you. But and that's kind of
yeah.
stuff that's coming out now. They're really
Mhm.
playing it well. I think the cast really works well together. The drama it keeps you on the edge of your seat. I think the intrigue keeps you on the edge of your seat. And we have our favorites in the cast, and we have the ones that we kind of go, I can do without those people there because they're buttheads.
You know, but I think that the buttheads are needed. I do. I mean, even even in season one and season two with Steve Carell being the not
The
so
bad
great guy,
guy.
and it was weird. That was kind of weird for me to see him as not a good guy. It was just bizarre. But he did a great job. But I think that even with him, even though there were moments where it's like, oh my God, just go away, get out of here. I can't look at you right now.
Yeah.
But it was necessary, you
He's
know?
really expanded from the Office.
Hmm.
You know, he really. I mean, we watched
Oh,
several movies with him outside of that where he, you know, was it
40-year
the
old
40 Year
virgin.
Old Virgin and things like the one where he played the guy that the the dinner for schmucks. Things like that where he basically was a buffoon
Yeah.
in those, or kind of a weasel kind of a guy.
This
But then he's done
totally
some.
character.
Yeah, he's done some things outside of that that have really shown his
Mm.
ability as an actor to really bring it to the
Yeah.
screen. And
It was
I
he
mean,
was really good. Really good.
wide range, especially within that, especially the first two seasons with
Yes.
Steve
Well,
Carell.
and that's what he was in was the first two seasons. So,
We won't
but
tell you why he's not in the third season, but
yeah,
you need to
but
watch it to find it out.
and yeah, I'm just gonna again, say if you haven't watched, let me just say, if you have Apple TV Plus and haven't watched the morning show yet, where have you been? Do it now. What I
you
wow, like
you
I
have
can't imagine anybody that has Apple Plus and hasn't watched it.
you have
It
been
doesn't,
sleeping is what you've been
huh?
doing. You say if you haven't, you've been sleeping.
Right. Definitely.
Here's some of the reviews of the show. Coming back, this goes back to 2019 through now.
Yeah. This one looks like it's from October of 22. A rare gem that gets smarter, juicier, and more sure-footed by the hour. Yeah. Okay. The morning show is a sharp-witted, subversive, and supremely sobering screed. I don't know that word. Screed against sexual harassment in the workplace with one of Jennifer Aniston's best performances to date. Totally agree. Totally agree.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Witherspoon's performance is the connective tissue that holds the show together. Aniston's great as well as, but Witherspoon Bradley is just next level good. She plays Bradley, by the way. We may have mentioned that earlier. Maybe we didn't, but she does play Bradley.
The morning show is high voltage drama and big time entertainment, a savage, scorching portrait of the TV news industry as a modern court of the Medicis, where corporate genocide is coffee break sport. Wow.
That's amazing, isn't it? And this is a review. The morning show, season three. Jennifer Aniston has never been better. Don't
I
feel
agree.
guilty about the pleasure of watching the morning show. With the new season.
Yes, I agree. I think that actually I think she's doing better even this season. I mean, it's always great, but I just feel like she's the character is just even better. I mean, just
Well, and realistically, I mean, even Jennifer Aniston, she's done an outstanding job, taking her career to different levels. I mean, she's obviously started out in Friends as from a comedic perspective, and then she's evolved in some very serious dramas that have really been kind of dark, and then bounced right back into a comedic role without any hesitation. And
mhm.
then this one is kind of a drama thriller, but she portrays it extremely well. And there's a situation where, which I mean, watching her. I mean, I'm going to give a little bit away. So this is a little warning. Going to give it a little
What?
bit away. The part where she's got COVID,
Yeah.
and
Oh my,
she portrayed that where there was the whole journey of her having COVID, and I mean, she played it like she had it for real, like she was about to die.
it brought it all back for me when I had it. It was like, wow, like she was spot on, spot on.
100%. And the same
Yeah.
thing with Reese Witherspoon. I mean, Billy Crudup's always played a good guy, bad guy. I mean, I've seen him play both good guys and bad guys, but I've never seen him play a comedic role. You see,
This is kind of comedic, though. I mean,
it is. He's
and
kind
yet
of
he's this horrible. I don't know. I can't even put my finger on his character.
well. Seeing Reese Witherspoon has played both comedy and she played drama, but lately she's played a hell of a lot of drama
Yeah.
and really dark, shows. Was it Big Little
Big
Lies?
Big Little Lies. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's many after that, but it's the cast in itself, the whole cast, and the
So good.
ensemble cast, the stars and the ensemble cast play this as if you're sitting in a newsroom
Yeah. It's
yourself,
so
or
good.
you're sitting in one of their houses when they have the conversations in the house.
And I don't know if you remember the show many years ago called The Newsroom or
Oh, I
Newsroom.
absolutely, it was one of our favorites.
The Newsroom and Jeff Daniels' character, from years ago, I that show was so good and you really felt like you were right there in the newsroom, and this is right up there with that. So if
Yeah,
anybody room and hasn't watched this, maybe because they thought, oh, nothing could be better than the newsroom. And I can understand why you would say that because that was a fantastic show. But this is right up there with it. It really is.
I would say it almost takes it one level above.
Okay. Well,
It,
see, I be very equal, but
Yeah, I
that's
think it takes one step above, and the only reason I think it takes one step above is because the way it's portrayed. I think that they learned from the newsroom.
mm-hmm.
They learned from that, and then they brought that forward because there's a lot of similarities within it, but then they took it to the next level here on the morning show. I think that they combined what they learned from watching the newsroom or whoever, maybe some people that worked on the newsroom are working on this. Um, I have to research that. But they took that along with taking the environment that they pulled from and then just made it that, in my opinion, made it that one step better, I think.
Yeah, taking from reality,
Yeah.
from things in the real world. Yes, for sure. Because I don't think the newsroom. I don't remember the newsroom doing that, but so long ago. Um, but also the newsroom, I don't think had quite as large of a cast as the morning show, and the
Eh,
fact that they
yeah.
so many people, and yet they're all there for a purpose. It's not like you think, oh, why are they there? They don't need to be there. It's not even like that at all. Each and every single character, no matter how minor of a character they might be, they're necessary there.
Necessary, yeah. And again, the people that are in there, Billy Crudup is like an outstanding
Oh,
actor anyway.
oh God,
And
love
believe it or
Billy.
not, he plays CEO Corey Ellison is who he plays, and so he's the guy in charge. So, but you see a ruthlessness with him, but you also see, like you said earlier, there's a little bit of comedy in there because he'll pull something, then he's got this smile or this glint in his eye, like, yeah, I just got away with that.
Well, not only the look, but I mean the stuff he says. It you just you don't you're not supposed to laugh. It's not funny, but
Yeah.
God, he's so funny.
Um, he's still the only Emmy-winning actor on the series, according to this individual that I read about from IMDb. Yeah. His,
So that
this guy says, whose demonic dazzle just keeps getting more brass and beguiling. Corey
the
knows legacy TV is on the ropes, and the only way to get board chairman Sybil Richards, who was played by Holland Taylor. Holland Taylor does a great job in this too. We've also known her as a comedic actor, and as well as a serious actor. And I mean, I remember she was the mother for not Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen in Two and a Half Men.
yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
she played his mom, and it was just pure comedy
Yeah,
from
yeah.
that.
But I
Um,
like what you read on that guy's review of Billy Crudup, saying he's a demonic dazzler or something. I not a more perfect representation of that character.
yeah,
Demonic dazzling. That's exactly. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah, yep. And it's
Yep.
it's that guy goes on to say that enter Elon Musk. Actually, it's Madman Hottie John Hamm, which I thought that was kind of he's a tech billionaire who wants to buy a big old network and
I
sell it off to spare parts to finance his personal space program.
still can't believe that we haven't watched Mad Men, just as a side
Yeah,
note.
we got to do that. I mean, I actually watched a few of the episodes a long time ago. We just never had time to really watch into it. So you know, and of course, Julianne Margulies is in it as well. And Julianne Margulies has been around forever.
Mhm.
She's been in a couple of medical shows, and I mean, she's
Was
been in the business for a long time.
she was like a major in ER.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which the statement earlier about being the only Emmy winner
Yeah.
um,
I
does make sense. 'Cause I think Julianne Margulies has at least won some Emmys. We'll have to look that up and find out um, to see whether or not they have. But anyway, yeah, I think that the whole cast. I from my perspective, I give it thumbs up, and I how highly recommend that if you don't have Apple Plus, get a free trial of Apple Plus, or get a it's only $7 a month. We don't make any money off of it. We're just telling
know.
you that the $7 a month is benefit. It will give you. This is a absolutely fantastic, enthralling Wednesday night to keep you occupied,
Yeah.
and and a lot of this is because the fact that we can't get network TV now because of everybody that's still on strike. At
Mhm.
least this all has been filmed prior to, so you're getting new TV.
Yep.
You're getting new
And new,
program.
good, excellent TV.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity for you to spend a Wednesday night and really feel good about yourself in the middle of the week. It's on hump day, man.
Hmm.
Done.
It makes your day better.
Exactly. Makes your hump day better. So anyway, that's our recommendation. Go watch it. Binge watch season 1 and 2 if you haven't seen it yet. Then go to season 3. If you've done season 1 and season 2, season 3 is out. Get on it.
I just like to go, I think it's kind of cool that they have national days and international days. I mean, I'm just a geek like that. But some of them are kind of funny and some of them, are kind of like, what? Are you kidding me? It's interesting how many they have each day too. Um, but today was kind of, there was a few, but I just wanted to go over. I've never heard of this. I thought it was kind of cool. And it's called Energize Day. INNERGIZE. Energize Day, like the inner self, right? The day after the autumnal equinox. And it it's supposed to offer the opportunity to relax and rejuvenate. That this is a day just for us, just for us as individuals. Since fall has officially arrived, it's time to shift gears. The fast pace of summer activities and the extreme, unbelievable heat. I'm just going to add that
Yes.
was from them. Passes by now. Oh, thank goodness the heat's over. Languid, languid autumn days. I'm seeing all these words I don't know, and I feel really dumb. Sorry. Languid provide tranquil sunsets and peaceful moments. These are the times to focus on your personal well-being. Do things you enjoy that make you feel good about yourself. Let stress and worry fade away for the day. I just thought that was really neat. Really
Sounds
cool.
like an amazing thing to take part in and to kind of take to heart. And I think that we all should do that because we all need to take a break and to think about ourselves and to put that into action
And not just today, not just for Energized Day, but every day.
every day,
Yeah.
100%.
Mhm.
Well, you can watch the morning show exclusively on Apple Plus, Apple TV Plus. If you're already subscribed to Apple TV Plus, you can stream the show just by going to it and signing into your account. If you're not subscribed, you can sign up for a free 7-day trial on Apple TV Plus. And for more information about One More Thing Before You Go podcast, you can visit our website at beforeyougopodcast.com. And we'll have more information on some of the other episodes that we've got and more things that are coming up soon. You can sign up for the newsletter and just a whole bunch of good stuff, I think.
Yep. Yep.
You have anything that you might want to end with?
Go watch the morning show. Do it.
Do it,
It's
do
just
it.
it's too good not to see it.
Well, I think I'll say one more thing before you go. For everybody out there that's watching and listening, hope you have a great day. You have a great week. And thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of One More Thing Before You Go. Check out our website at beforeyougopodcast.com. You can find us as well as subscribe to the program and rate us on your favorite podcast listening platform.